Hi, my name is Guadalupe Ramirez. I am studying to be a high school English teacher. I'm in my last year of the Transition to Teach program, and I am in my second semester of the master's program in English at Purdue University Northwest. I want to be a teacher because I see homeless people suffering through Chicago's winters, and I see beautiful buildings boarded up throughout Chicago's South Side. I see moms begging for food for their hungry children, and then grocery shelves full of food that rots. I see people dying of curable diseases and hospitals full of the drugs that would have saved their lives. I see cops killing our kids with impunity and governors passing bills that require teens to take classes on how to speak to cops. And I wonder, when does it stop? I really do believe that one day we can rid the world of racism, sexism, homophobia, inequality, homelessness, and hunger. I believe we could do better than a world where profit comes before people and the color of a man's skin deems him dangerous. I want to live in a world where we're knocking down walls, not building them. But what will it take to get from here to there? In the middle of maybe the most controversial presidential election in recent memory, the nation finds itself in a critical juncture, a moment for reflection and evaluation. A lot of people argue that the election is a joke. Well, then it's on us, and fear and hatred are the punchline. As English majors, we're always told to stay away from cliches, but they're cliches for a reason. The future of the world depends on the youth. And that's the primary reason I want to be a teacher. Some time ago, I taught Upward Bound, and there wasn't a set curriculum. It was just Latin American studies. We read The Massacre at El Mozote and In the Time of the Butterflies. Students did research on Plan Colombia, School of the Americas, and the economic underpinnings of the immigration problem. They put imperialism, religion, and Wall Street on trial and found them guilty. To my delight, it didn't stop there. We became part of each other's families. My late husband and my daughters went to go see their school plays. We met their parents, and when their parents had struggles on the job, we were invited to join them in protests, and the students came to protest with us. Because I had a relationship with their parents also, I was able to take a group of them to a social justice convention in New York City. Not only did I watch as they discussed world problems with other youth their age, they were able to take place in protests against mass deportations in Brooklyn. And I also saw them ride the subway for the first time and try sushi for the first time. And I got to take them to the Brooklyn Zoo. For a lot of these students, they'd never left Northwest Indiana. And now they were seeing the world and thinking about their place in it. I'm not always going to get to take students to protests or to different states or different parts of the world. I'm not even sure how field trips work these days. But with literature, I can take them anywhere. Teaching is a political act, and we really are shaping the future of this country when we're teaching these students. If I do my job well when I'm teaching early American literature and they're reading the narrative of Frederick Douglass, they can understand that racism hurts everybody. They can be critical of the role religion and the state played in advocating slavery. They'll understand the power of literacy and appreciate the opportunity they have to read and write and share their thoughts with language. When they study Much Ado About Nothing, they can question gender and marriage and power. They can read Mark Twain and study about the Gilded Age and make connections to, modern times. They can learn to be critical consumers of media and find their voice and speak out against injustice. By bringing politics into the English classroom, we can discuss things like power and the power language. We can appreciate the beauty of their home language and dialects while learning to talk like the test, understanding it's not something that is better about standard American English, but that it serves as a gatekeeper. We can discuss language registers and rhetorical situation to help students understand that sometimes their home language is more effective, and sometimes they'll need to code switch. I don't know if there's any other subject that has the potential to build critical thinking skills the way English does. I'm pretty sure there isn't another subject that's opening windows into the outside world and into parts of themselves that they didn't even know was there. I really do believe one day we'll live in a world free of racism, sexism, homophobia, homelessness, and hunger. I think one day we'll look at our neighbors with love instead of fear. But what will it take to get from here to there? It's going to take questioning minds that challenge the system as it is and open hearts that care for the world beyond theirs. And that's what I want to do as an English teacher.